I'm trying to zero in on this chair. My daughter makes these as a craft item for bands. This is, it says, slightly stupid. I forget what particular summer this was, but she makes these. I'm out here to sit and talk about a lady. The lady's name is Gaul. Today she won't be sitting, but she does a lot of gardening. She does a lot of gardening, and she's teaching her husband how to manage the house so that when she has the young lung transplant, he'll know what to do with the dog and other things like that. And I see nobody's in here, but that's fine. Pretty soon, all that woods, where I'm going to show you here in a second, will be empty. It's fall. Today's the first day of fall. That chair I'm going to sit in is a chair my daughter recovers, repurposes. She takes old brown chairs and makes them into pop art for rock bands. But they're pretty cool. She's made quite a few for some famous bands, and then she delivers them on stage to them. The main reason I'm here, again, live streaming one more time today, or several, is in a couple short hours, well, short hours, hours or hours, she's going to be taking a walk in the park. And it will be a walk in the park for her, but not an easy walk like it is for most people. She is going to have several YouTube members with her. Simply Shannon Miller will be there. This is going to happen in Kansas, where she lives. And then she says that 2 other people are flying in today to join up with them also. So it's going to be kind of cool. You'll get to see June and these other YouTube people coming together to help her keep her stamina up, her energy up, so she can complete this walk and get on the transplant list. Until you meet somebody that gets a transplant, you don't realize how hard it is, I guess, to get one or be on the list even. You just don't need one, get on the list, and you get picked. You have to be free from drugs, you have to be free from alcohol, you have to show that your muscle tone, your body can handle it, because they just can't pass out these donor organs that people have donated to recipients that aren't going to take life serious enough to appreciate the gift that was given. And it's all donation, but what a gift. A double lung transplant, though, means another person had to pass to give this lady Gaul life. And if any lady that I know of deserves to have this gift bestowed upon her, it's June. I've watched her go through Walmart with the alien mask on her head, going through the grocery store, And as she goes through the grocery store, she's still laughing and pointing at things as her husband takes various cakes and pies and sweets, because that's all she can eat at the moment, to her cart for them to haul home. I've watched her take up donations for many other YouTubers. Selfless act of kindness. Here comes a cat Phantom across the yard. I don't know. Here he's coming across. He's a really pretty cat. Phantom. Come here, Phantom. She's also taken on neighborhood cats that end up at her porch and feeds them, takes them to the vet, gives them flea medicine. This isn't a random cat. This is a cat that belongs to my daughter, but he also goes to the other neighbors. I don't see anybody making any comments. There's probably not anybody in here. And hello, cheers to healing. Good morning. I am here on June Gaul's behalf. And your name just sounds like support you. Shout out. Thank you. Cheers to healing is the perfect name for the topic here today. I'm talking about a lady named June Gaul who needs a double lung transplant. Yes, yay, she does that. She goes, yay, yes. And she says, mosquito. And she's full of energy. She's full of life. Not much energy at times. Sometimes her gas tank runs real low. And she needs a lot of oxygen just to get to the kitchen, to wash a dish. But she does it. She does it with a happy heart. Hey, J-Dog Place. Houston. I didn't see the... I'm glad you're here. Cuddle up. I don't know how many people are going to show up on my stream today. Cheers to healing is right. Houston in the house. Thank you, Houston in the house. June Gaul is in Kansas. Today she's going to have a couple YouTubers fly in. She's also going to have a lady named Simply Shannon Miller who's going to meet her at the park. She has to do this walk to show that she's got enough endurance, stamina, the will to accept some donor lungs. Just love June Spirit. So you know June Spirit. Oh, good. I'm glad. Yes. The lady is amazing. Oh, there's a pretty bird. A butterfly or a bird? Is it a butterfly or a bird? I can't tell. And I think it's a butterfly. My vision's blurry, so I'm just random ramble from Carolyn. But I've been doing live streams a little bit here and there, a little bit here and there. And it doesn't matter as much to me now. I'm not as scared, but I'm still not showing myself. Just random trees here. But she's taking a walk in the park as I sit on this chair. But June, through getting to know her in other streams, convinced me of different things as we got to talking to each other. And little by little, she gave me her phone number. And one day I called her and we laughed and talked and laughed and talked and laughed. But she inspired me to get up and start moving because I, like other people, I have diabetes and sometimes I don't take care of it. And I have depression. I have 2 knee replacements, arthritis, I'm stiff, and I'm depressed and I stay in my room. I don't come out. But after talking to her and watching her on the fluid movement, it showed me that that lady can get out in her yard and trail behind an oxygen bottle and do gardening when she's able to and replant plants in pots and huff along and admire a butterfly. Then I can get up and start moving too. What's keeping me here in this room but my depression? What's stopping me from enjoying life? Myself. I stopped myself. But June opened my eyes. She doesn't even probably even realize how much she opened my eyes. A lot of other YouTubers have opened my eyes too. Anxiety is my worst enemy, but I'm my own anxiety. I create the anxiety that I'm anxious about. And the only one that can fix it is me. Medication, yeah, it'll mask it, but it doesn't fix it. I'm socially awkward. I have a hard time meeting people. I don't like my picture taken, but June has me out in the yard because she's in her yard. And little by little, I planted flower seeds this year. I watched those seeds bloom, grow, make flowers. I sat out on my porch more than I have in 2 years. I've mowed my own yard. It might have taken me 5 times to do it in a week, but I mowed it all by myself. I didn't have to pay anybody to mow it. So I've been inspired by June. So I'm just asking others to go ahead today if you can, if you have a moment, a minute, 5 minutes, stop by and encourage her to do this walk. Lift her up. Today I watched the sunrise. It's first day of fall sunrise. That's a big ball of energy. So I'm asking that big ball of energy to shine on June today. Shine on June. Just me. I'm one of those little engines that could. I know when I go to the live streams and I see on the YouTube, I hunt up and down and see who's in what channel. And sometimes I overlook the people that just have 1 or 2 people in their stream because there's not enough people in there for me to get to meet other new people. But it's not always about that. It's not always about how many people are in the stream. Sometimes, even if there's nobody in your stream, you just need to be on the live stream. Kind of like being in your house alone or with another person, one-on-one. Today's a good day. Hopefully she's that much closer. She had to get off of pain meds. She had to get used to feeling like what pain feels like and still be able to get around. She's done a lot. And she laughs all the way. Not laughing, but humor. Let's put it that way. Humor. There's another lady today I want to give a shout out to. One of my YouTuber friends, Jeanette Pickering. Jeanette's having a birthday today. I want to say happy birthday to Jeanette. Yeah, Jeanette's got a great channel. Jeanette Pickering, she's live right now. That's weird. I just mentioned her name. She's live on another channel. And awesome lady as well. She has coffee in the mornings. Her husband does drones. And she's got that UK accent. She has about 4 or 5 people that are usually on panel when she goes live. So it's like you're all sitting around in the living room with her, chatting. And I'm in the chat, but they have humor. Humor's what keeps me in some channels. Humor's what keeps me in a lot of channels. And here comes the fellow going out to his car, but I'm sitting here just yakking. He probably thinks, I don't know what he thinks. I'm just talking. Maybe I'm just talking on the phone. Talking to myself. There's a crazy lady out there. She's just standing there talking to herself. So it's going to be about 1 o'clock Central Time, Kansas time. You think, what? Thinks you're a nut? Yeah, he probably does. But in a way, I am a nut. I get a nut check. I'm not a squirrel. I'm the nut. Squirreling away more nuts. It's okay to be a nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. You know, you have to keep the little inner child in you. You have to keep the humor about you. Everything doesn't always have to be so serious. When it's always serious and you're always tensed up, you don't get a chance to relax. At least, so they say. I'm just sitting here looking through. I got a little bit of shade on me, but the lawnmower with the rain here in North Carolina really has made the grass grow extremely long, very fast. So it looks like this grass is going to need to be mowed again because it's pretty tall already. I'm watching my grandkids today. Out here watching my grandkids. Cheer healing. What is it? Cheers to healing. Cheers of healing. I don't know if I've met you before. You know, it's funny that I've subscribed to so many people and supported so many channels. I find it hard to go to each channel and view the content, but I've been doing my due diligence. Gamer X, Gamer, can you do me a favor today? If you could go to your gamers and give a shout out to June Gaul. You probably remember her from Linda's House of Chill or My Cry's channel. She used to be in there. She needs a double lung transplant. And today in Kansas, she is going at 1 o'clock to the park to do a little walk. So if you can get on or make a small video or get on a live stream and give a shout out to your people, I would appreciate it, Gamer. You know, Gamer, I've been to your channel lots, and I know today you said you don't feel good and you don't feel well. I totally understand. But imagine if you couldn't even breathe and you had to wait for somebody to give you some lungs. It's rough. And then you have to get on a list to get the lungs. Do you know who I'm talking about, Gamer? I don't even know if you're still in here. I know you're not feeling well, so I understand if you can't. Who knows, I might be buffering. Just sitting there going in circles. It's Saturday, there's a lot of people doing weekend stuff. Getting their shopping done for the week. Going to picnics, parties, barbecues. A lot of people in this area are at a loss of home, flooded out. Yeah, it's June Gaul, Junegaul. Go check her channel out today, Gamer, at 1 o'clock Central Time. You're on Eastern Time, Gamer, so it'd be 1 hour, so it'd be 2 o'clock our time. If you could just pop in, drop in, give her a little hello, a thumbs up, something, encouragement. She could use all the support she can get. You suffer from severe anxiety? Cheers for healing. I just saw that. YouTube's very helpful for me on my anxiety. A lot. And PTSD. I have the same thing. I have PTSD too. Cheers to healing. My PTSD is from childhood. Is yours from the war or something else? Or maybe I shouldn't ask. Very helpful for me. There's a lot of channels I go to that are... One channel I go to has over 1 million subscribers. That helps me a lot. And there's another channel that has like a couple 100,000 subscribers that gives you tips and tricks on anxiety tools to use. Me too. Severe child abuse. Me too. And I mean severe. I was raised in a Catholic orphanage. Somewhat raised, not really. So I totally understand that one. Flashbacks, nightmares, social awkward. But I can't keep caging myself in a cage. And I do it to myself to protect me, but on the same hand, I'm always on the outside looking in, or the inside looking out, waiting to be saved. I'm too old for this. I gotta save myself. My grandkids don't need it. You know, they don't see it. They don't know it. I don't share it with them. My children don't understand. Adopted, sexually, physically, emotionally abused. Adopter's family, yes, 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 yes. All of the above. All of the above. Cheers to healing. All of the above for me. The orphanage, and I mean, I was placed in 17 different homes. Not a, you know, out of 17 homes, 3 of them were good. Three were good. That's not very good odds. Anyways. Anyhow, today I'm not here to discuss that part. What do you, and here I go back to it. It's just you and I here in the room, I think. What do you do to pull yourself out of it? Cheers. Do you mind me asking you? Or are you still in the deep depression part? Hey, Ellen. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Holidays are hard for me. Holidays are the worst. You know, my dad, I thought was my dad, died on Christmas Eve. On and on it goes. But what I do to pull myself out of it, crazy as it sounds, is nature. The clouds, the birds, the flowers, the trees, the smells. Well, hello, who's here? What? That's how I roll. Welcome. You're here to show me some support. Thank you. That's how I roll. I've seen you in several channels. I'm asking everybody to go at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. I don't know if you're in the different time zone, UK, or exactly where you are. I'll have to look you up again. But Gaul is going for a walk today in the park. Several other YouTubers are going to be there. She's going to meet them to cheer her on. You are Eastern. Okay. Do you live here in North Carolina as well? That's how I roll? Well, then at 2 o'clock, Gaul will be taking a walk in the park. She lives in Kansas. She lives in Kansas. Cheers to healing. I would like for us to keep in touch. I'm going to, when I get off the live stream after I've got my grandkids on task for cleaning today. Today's super clean day. I'd like to keep in touch. We leave a home in New York and Florida. Oh, New York and Florida. That's cool. So are you a snowbird? Yeah, it sounds like you're probably a snowbird. I used to live in California, and we had a lot of snowbirds there in the town I lived in. It was known for snowbirds. The town would populate, like swell, like 3 times the size in the winter. And then in the summer, it would be like a desolate, vacant, because it was so hot. Hardly anybody in the town would be there. And then it became pretty seniorized, a lot of seniors, and then it seems like there's not as many snowbirds doing New York, you know, connecting with you. I clicked your channel. Thank you. I will do the same when I get off when I get the grandkids done on task. It's Mom's working, she started a new job at a veterinarian hospital. You know, so it's a lot more intense for her. And Grandma's on duty. Grandma's on duty. Eastern. Oop. My wife is still working. We go to Florida very frequently. Northern winters. Oh, so you're not quite fully retired. Close to it? Mm-hmm. Cheers for healing. Do you have any kids? That's how I roll. Do you have... If you're close to retirement, then you might have grandkids and such. I've seen you in a lot of channels. That's how I roll. And by your name, I would never think, I don't know, I would consider it as a young rapper's name. Look at how we can assume things, right? So I'm going to have to make it a point to go to your channel today as well and get to know, pay more attention to your content. The more I get on and live stream, the more I realize I don't know as many people as I think I do. Hey, Mastery, hi. Good to know. I'm glad you came in. I met you yesterday. I've been to your channel briefly, and I've watched some of your content. And welcome. We have an adult son, 28. Okay. Oop. His abilities and overcoming adversity. Oh, got you. Mm-hmm. I like the way you put that. I have 3 kids, age 40, 37, and 35. That's how I roll, right? And mine is Carolyn Want to Be Free. And a lot of channels, when they first came on to YouTube thought I was 12. Carolyn 12. Are you 12? It's no, I'm not 12. It's Carolyn want to be free. And I want to be free. And I named myself that because of different situations and free for a lot of reasons. Free from abuse. And I am now. And I'll not let another person abuse me again. And I'll stand up for myself. But that's that in a nutshell. So if you get a chance, if you guys, Mastery High, cuddle up here to everybody. If you can show Mastery High some love. I just met him yesterday. I've just been getting familiar with different channels. I've been bebopping around, expanding my horizons. I had some extra time on my hands, so I got to meet some new people. But if you guys get a chance, if you could go to June Gaul's thing, Eastern time, 2 o'clock, she'll be doing a walk in the park. She needs a double lung transplant, and in order to get on the transplant list, she has to show them that she's got enough muscle tone, muscle ability from COPD hasn't wiped her out enough that she's able to hold in the new lungs and maneuver around, and she's got to keep up the legs and the arms moving, and she's always doing stuff. Good outlook on life. I know I'm probably repeating myself several times as different people come and go. I have a whopping 4 people in here, and I love it. I love it. I don't need to have it. When you have like 20 or 30 people, you miss people, and then they feel like you left them out and you didn't shout their name out. And then sometimes I see other channels, they get upset with each other. I don't have that intention. So for now, having a smaller group of people in here is easier for me. Set the reminder on June's walk. Rooting for you, June. Me too. Me too. If you get a chance, cheers to healing. June Gaul has inspired me in so many ways, more than you could know. And from what you were telling me, maybe you can get some help and listen to just her outlook on life. She used to be a nanny, and her mom took her all over the world. She was a world traveler when she was young, and she ended up here in Kansas, out of all the places. And she's from the UK, so her retirement isn't as good because she's not eligible for Social Security out here. So she's got a lot of reasons and where her bills just pile up. She's not afforded the opportunities being she's from another country, but they've already bought a house here years ago. So, and the way she talks to her husband and her dogs and her cats, it keeps my mind off of my mind. So I don't get so trapped in my thoughts and my anxiety doesn't override me and not let me get out of my room. Where I don't even get out of my room and get into the living room because of my anxiety and my social fears and my childhood. So YouTube has brought me out of my shell a lot. There's a couple other people. Oh, geez. Tick on. I already set a reminder. 28 who is in a wheelchair. Oh. Overcoming adversity. Does he live with you? That's how I roll? Oh, that's how I roll. Wheelchair, duh. Did I knock you out of the stream? I wasn't trying to knock you out, or did it just accidentally happen? That's the nice part about going live. You get to know, you can only go to so many chats. You can only see so many videos, a little blip of time. But I'm noticing when I go live, I do ramble. But as I ramble, I get to see what you guys are saying, and it gives me another kind of a glimpse. Oh, excuse me. Oh, your connection that knocked you out. Okay. A knockout. And speaking of knockout, on the picture of June Gaul's channel, she's got 2 boxing gloves on, like she's ready for the fight. And she says June is her hardest month of the year, and it is, because she's been in intensive care so many times in June, where she's not breathing, her legs swell up, and she's on steroids, and she barely can get to the kitchen, to the bathroom, and her husband's beating on her back to loosen the phlegm so she can breathe better. And I've watched a lot of her channel. I spend a lot of time watching her channel because she finds humor in stuff. She'll chase a butterfly down. She'll catch beetles off of a plant tree and capture them in a jar so she doesn't kill them unnecessarily. But she doesn't want them to lay more eggs, so she lets them stay in a... It's just hard to explain. But to see this lady persevere. And I didn't know it was that difficult. You know, you hear people all the time, they got a lung transplant or a heart transplant or a liver or a kidney, and they did these kidney chains and everything. How much they go through to get that organ that we just take for granted, and we just move along. All our pieces work, or our parts in our body. Mine don't, limb by limb. I've had 2 knee replacements, a knee to shoulder, and the list goes on. But I have to change my outlook on life. Hey, Mr. Farmall Fanatic, glad you could make it. I was almost going to show you the ride-on lawnmower that needs a kill switch fixed, but I can't see it from here. Mr. Farmall Fanatic, I don't know if you know June Gaul or not, but I know you've been in Lunatic Dad's stream and Green Bay Wacky's stream. If you could do me a favor, if you could do a shout out, which you mostly do videos, but if you could today at 1 o'clock Central Time, Kansas, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, stop in and say a word of encouragement to June Gaul. She's doing a walk that she can show that she has the stamina and the perseverance to make it, so she can be 1 step closer to getting on the double transplant lung list. As for an organ donor, not donor, an organ recipient. She has COPD. She never smoked a day in her life. She had a pottery craft shop store, and the dust from the pottery is what injured her lungs. Lunatic Dad stream. I'm a mod in Lunatic Dad stream. Okay, if you can, I don't know, Lunatic Dad is going to be streaming today, but June Gaul's going to be walking at 1, so I'm going to be back and forth because I'm a mod in Lunatic Dad stream as well. But I've dedicated the whole day today to try to give June Gaul some extra energy so she could feel light as a feather. There goes a little yellow butterfly. Little yellow butterfly. Little yellow butterfly. Okay, cheers. Simply Shannon Miller. I was talking about you. This stream, my whole day's stream has been about you and June Gaul. I've been telling people, I've been going channel to channel. Shannon, I've been going channel to channel, asking each person. I started out doing the wrong thing. I went to somebody's channel and said, I want to give a shout out to June Gaul. Is it okay? And they go, well, you just did. But they accepted it. And then I figured, first now I'll go in and say, is it okay if I give a shout out for somebody? And I've been going in and I gave a shout out. And this morning I did a sunrise for June, where the sunrise came up, and I was thinking about throwing that big ball of energy up in the sky for June today. And a lady was in my stream named Casey Detox Diva. And so she went to her stream and she got to know June Gaul. She spent her morning watching June Gaul's channel, and she did a stream on her channel. And I've been asking people if they can all give a little shout out on their lives. I've been hitting live stream after live stream today, shouting to the rooftops, come see June. She's one step closer to getting on the list. I'm not, I'm doing this for me because June has done so much for others. And it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good to see her doing this today. And then I'll get to see you. Shannon, I never noticed what a beautiful channel you have. I watched the one channel and listened to the song. I could actually feel my feet in the water as you went by on that boat. And you played the song, and at the end of the song, I could see the end of the boat. And I was dangling my toes in the water on your boat. And then I was played the first song, and I thought, I've got to make Shannon her own playlist on my channel, because I wanted to sit there and watch every single one of your videos. That the first several I watched were that good. So I didn't want you to think I was like all about Shannon, but right now I didn't notice as much as I should have, and I'm glad I did, because your videos are amazing. Amazing talent you have to put that together, and the music and the song and the words of encouragement. June Gaul couldn't be walking with a better person. I think you guys are going to be a good fit today. A good fit. And last night, Shannon, at 3 o'clock in the morning, I wake up. Before I go to the airport to take my son to the airport, and guess who's up on the live stream? June Gaul is so excited, and she's going, yes! And she's talking about a mosquito in her room, and I'm going, June, shouldn't you be trying to rest? And she's talking about 2 people gonna fly in, and you guys are gonna meet at the park, and how excited she is. I'll bet she's like a kid on Christmas morning, somewhat, or I'm assuming that. And I'm hoping she got enough rest that she'll be able to get this. I don't know how far you guys are gonna walk today, but that you enjoy the walk. Yes, I'm excited too. Okay, that's how I roll. Thank you for being here. Yes, it is important to be nice. It is very important. It's a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. A spoonful of sugar. Shannon, how far? And this Casey Detox Diva, she also is from Kansas. She now lives in Florida. She's never been to June Gaul's channel before until this morning. And she usually does a little morning sunrise, like a service. And she got all her people on her channel to do a prayer thing for June, and talked about her. And I went on several other channels, and it's making my day. And I'm not even there. I'm kind of like a fly on the wall, but there's no walls at the park. So I might be a butterfly on the bush. Is from here. She's beautiful. She is. Yes. So I'm kind of like a butterfly on the bush today. If you see a butterfly in your walkabout, or a bird in a tree, I like birds too. So I can't decide if I'm a bird or a butterfly. Did you know, Shannon, that there is a bug that is a hummingbird insect, and it looks exactly like a hummingbird? I thought, one day I saw it and I thought, oh my God, that's the tiniest hummingbird I've ever seen. Is it a baby? No, it's a hummingbird insect. Have you ever seen one? If you haven't, Google it. If you haven't, get a chance to Google it. It's really cool. I know you might be having to leave because it's almost time for you to. Oh, geez, that's a fly. It's amazing to see it. I didn't know it was an insect. I did not know it was an insect till it was pointed out to me. I thought it was a baby hummingbird. A baby hummingbird. And again, simply Shannon Miller. And I've been saying your name all day today. I've also been saying Knobhead from God the Good One. And we had a talk this morning. I did get some sleep last night. I had to go to bed early so I could take my son to the airport. But June was up at 3 in the morning, and I left. I think she was getting off the stream or telling everybody she had to go to get some rest, and how excited she was. Is it true that two people are flying in? Where are they flying in from? And don't you be one bit nervous about being live today with her. Well, hello, Brian Williamson. I'm glad you're new here. Welcome. Annika was going to try to come. Okay. She said two people. I don't know what two people she was talking about. I bet. I bet. Shake it off. Let your little kid out. Don't even think of the nerves. Just play. Go to the park and enjoy. June will help you. You know she does. You know how she can be. I know you're going to laugh. I want to hear both of you laugh. I know June's laugh. And I've seen your videos. So I get done. I'm excited. It's like the premiere show today. I've seen June. I'm going to pop in Lunatic Dads too and ask him if he can let people know a shout out to June Gaul. I know he does channel building and everything, but maybe we can let Lunatic Dad make a raid on June Gaul. If I can get him to do it. Ask him if we could put a raid on June Gaul's channel and put everybody over to her channel. Wouldn't that be cool? Encourage her to walk. I'm thinking of all kinds of ideas. I'm just thinking of ideas. Brian Wilkinson, when I go inside, if I am not cuddled up to you, I will do that. I am just getting started live streaming. I don't live stream a lot. I'm starting to live stream more and more. I am finding out through live streaming, this is what I've learned, Shannon. Through live streaming, you get to talk and then interact with your chat because you're always one in the chat. And then you get to know each person little by little, like you're answering questions for me and such. Oh my God, sorry everyone is writing. No, that's okay. I keep trying to poke the thing I'm not reading as good. Oh, they're writing you? All the prayer warriors, correct. Green Bay Wacky prayer warriors and positive vibes. That's what I've asked for. And that's what Casey Detox said. A warrior today, that June Gaul is a warrior. She's a life warrior. She's got a will to live like no other. No other that I've ever met. I mean, met. like I was saying earlier, you just don't know how much somebody goes through when they're on a transplant list, or to even get on the transplant list. Oh, jeez. So I am going to will definitely be watching. Thank you, Cheers for Healing. I'm glad I met you today as well. It couldn't be a nicer day for me. I have to go in and get these grandkids started on the housekeeping before they slack back and go back into their rooms and don't come out. We've got guinea pig cage to clean and such so that I can be on the live stream and get this phone charged up. So I'm going to say over and out, 10-4, good buddies. I'm going to end this live stream and I'll catch you at June Gaul's channel. And I'm going to also stop in and ask Lunatic Dad if maybe we could do a raid on June Gaul. If he'll do that. But it goes so fast he might not be able to pull it off. But can you imagine a raid on June Gaul from Lunatic Dad's channel? That would be fantastic. He might have already thought about it. He's got it like that. He's got her under his wing. So, okay, I'm ending the stream, everybody. Thank you for being here. Over and out. That's the hard part, is ending the stream. I have a hard time hanging up the phone too. And I'm going to push the X. Here we go. X and done.